Nature alone cures. What nursing has to do is to put the patient in the best condition for nature to act upon him.
It is often considered that the work of Florence Nightingale embodies the true essence of holistic nursing. She called attention to the natural antidotes to disease, fresh air, the reparative importance of quiet in the hospital, good lighting, and a properly managed environment. She was truly concerned with the body, mind, and spirit of the sick.
It's been said, of course, that nursing is an art and a science. As of recent date, we seem to have focused much more on the science and the technology to the detriment of the art. Art is what lifts the spirit. The soul needs to be connected to a bigger picture. It doesn't happen in a vacuum. And we think of nursing really as a healing art. And anything less than that is not worthy of our endeavor. So again, we're reaffirming the solid base of nursing in science and the very creative base of nursing in the arts.
Holistic nursing to me means that we look at a person not from a physical perspective, not from a mental perspective, and not simply from a spiritual perspective, but putting them together because that's the whole person. Holism in nursing is one of those things that you can truly do anywhere at any time because it's not a thing. It's a way of being and it's a state of mind.
Holism means to me that each thing is a totality or a complete within itself. And I believe each of us are perfect. We're divine, we're physical, we're emotional, we're mental, but we are complete.
I usually tell people when they ask me what holistic nursing is, that it's really, we're looking at body, mind, and spirit. We're looking at the person assuming the responsibility of their health, but looking at all three areas. That if they're not well in one, then problems will show up in one of the other areas.
The concept of holistic nursing is new to many practicing nurses. As a concept, it is not new. It is a concept that was born in classical medicine, in the healing centers of Greek antiquity, certainly in the mid-1800s with Florence Nightingale. But what we have now is the rebirth, the emergence, or the renaissance of a concept that is old. But what we're doing, it is coupling it with new ideas, with new technology, and with new vision.
Modern holistic nursing embraces all aspects of nursing practice. Holistic nurses work in every setting, from acute care and hospice to home health and private practice.
My main focus right now is clinical nursing in a county hospital where I work in an OB/GYN department with a very holistically oriented physician, and we're creating a practice where holistic nursing practice and principles are being used. And what's different for me as a holistic nurse versus how I used to be is, even as a psych nurse, I was more focused on seeing what I could do, what it was that I could make a difference in. And now I'm realizing that I'm only there as the facilitator and that I'm really encouraging the client to learn about their own self-healing and their ability to be in control of their lives no matter what goes on with them.
When a client comes in, usually what we determine first is what their needs are. And then from there we decide, what options might be the best for them, what appeals to them the most, whether it's nutritional counseling or whether it's a combination of imagery and acupressure. What will help them to help themselves the most and what will be the most beneficial in terms of their participation in their health journey.
We explore together. I consider myself a guide on a journey, and I take time to really be with someone. I listen to them, I feel what they're feeling, but I also have learned techniques to distance myself so that I'm compassionate and caring, but I don't get so caught up in their scenario that I can't hear my own inner wisdom helping to guide them. People have developed many sophisticated defense maneuvers to not feel their pain. Part of my work is to help them to feel that, but to feel it in a place that's safe, to feel it in a place that nourishes them, and to understand that on the other side of the pain is great joy, and that they are their own healer.
In our orthopedic practice, one thing I might do is work with somebody who has chronic pain from like rheumatoid arthritis or degenerative back disease or some other kind of thing where traditional medicine doesn't have a lot to offer. Surgery is not an option. Drugs are either overutilized or just also not an option, or the person may want to withdraw from them and not be dependent on them. And but still is dealing with a lot of pain, and how to work with that, how to play with that, how to bring that into their life in such a way that it doesn't rob them of the quality, it doesn't rob them of their pleasure. They regain some control. It doesn't control them, they control it.
I really feel that holistic nurses are better at noticing how they can care for themselves as well as others, and part of nursing training really encourages nurses to almost sacrifice themselves for the benefit of patients, and that's tragic, and it's also somewhat unconscious. So I think that bringing consciousness into what we do as nurses, that as healer we need to also be healed.
In 1980, Charlotte McGuire founded the American Holistic Nurses Association. The organization has grown steadily from humble beginnings in Telluride, Colorado, to a thriving national organization with regional and national conferences.
I think I wanted to see nurses come together in a new way of supporting and caring and more respect and love for each other. And it's exactly what's happened, you know. We come together, and I hear people saying over and over, I bet I've heard it 1,000 times in this organization, it's like coming home.
I wouldn't be doing what I was doing right now if it wasn't for the AHNA. Charlotte McGuire called me in early '80 and told me about the founding of this organization, and I said, I'll be there. And to me, it is the most thrilling nursing organization. I belong to quite a few nursing organizations. All my membership in organizations does specific things for me, but what this organization does is, to me, it is at the heart of what nursing is all about. This is the meeting where I come to become nurtured.
In addition to receiving support at meetings and conferences, members of AHNA also receive regular publications.
Research is very important to us because some of the phenomena that we deal with is by the general populace. And as with any particular profession or subspecialty, we need to gather a database to enhance our own credibility amongst other nurses and amongst other professions.
My own particular research interest in alternative medicine began back when relaxation and biofeedback started back in the early 70s, when that was becoming popular. And I wanted to know more about what basically is endogenous healing. What is there an innate process that's universal? And my own particular studies have focused mainly around that. As an association, AHNA has promoted research projects and funding to bring alternative interventions into high credibility by attempting to demonstrate their effectiveness and their efficacy.
Well, the Charlotte McGuire Scholarship Fund was started in 1986 with a donation from a benefactor of the association. And since then, on an annual basis, nurses have been awarded financial support to pursue their education, both on the baccalaureate and the graduate level.
And now I have the privilege and honor of introducing the new Holistic Nurse of the Year.
Each year, the AHNA honors and recognizes one of its members as the Holistic Nurse of the Year. The carved open heart statue is passed from year to year, honoring distinguished nurses for their contributions to excellence in holistic nursing.
As an organization, we developed standards of holistic nursing practice so we could document what we felt holistic nursing meant to the nursing community. Our standards include areas like cultural care, spiritual care, physical care, where we can really state clearly to others that we believe all of these aspects are an important component of holistic nursing.
In addition to traditional nursing activities, holistic nurses utilize other modalities to enhance their clients' healing process. These modalities include massage, acupressure, healing touch, other energy-based therapies, imagery, and biofeedback.
Imagery is a tool that I became interested in, I don't know, about 10 or 12 years ago. And it's such a great model to fit into the holistic view, because it's a tool that allows me as a practitioner to elicit a client or a patient's own inner resources to help them in dealing with whatever's going on. I use it a lot in the hospice setting, and then I use it a lot in my private practice, where I work with people who are going through cancer, dealing with HIV or AIDS.
Well, Healing Touch is an energy-based therapy used mostly by nurses, and it's a collection of a variety of techniques that can be used either on or near the body, often working in the energy field. Healing Touch is incorporated in all aspects of nursing practice, whether we're in a hospital setting, clinic setting, home health. It doesn't require any tools except the use of our hands and our presence. So it brings out that aspect of healing presence. To me, it's truly at the base of nursing. It's where we can do our finest work.
My advice to new nurses is not to try to do nursing alone, but to hook up with some other people who can give support to them as they grow and develop in nursing. One good way to do that is to join a local network of AHNA, because there are networks all over the country which are small groups of people getting together, sometimes in a hospital, sometimes in a clinic, and sometimes in somebody's living room. The local networks are the foundation of our organization, because they allow people a connection with another person 24 hours a day.
Being a holistic nurse has enlivened my life far greater than I would have ever expected. I have met more exciting, creative, innovative, beautiful, understanding, compassionate people in that organization than any other place in my life.
My life changed in a tremendous positive way working with this organization. I will always be a part of AHNA.
It's an ideal place to network on the holistic side of nursing.
It's a very, very full, whole experience that nurtures me and keeps me going for another year.
So it's both it's the head stuff and the heart stuff. There's so many people, there's so many smart people here, it's just the future.
It's inspiring. It is a whole world, and if we don't treat the whole person, we're not doing our job.
I keep coming back because it's my family. It's my extended family.